Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram 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 Ram
Hare Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Monday. And it is Vaishaka Masa or Madhusudana Masa, Krishna Paksham, and Sasti Tithi. So there are no Vaishnava events today. So we shall quickly move into Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami spoke to Parikshit Maharaj and then to inquire more about what the conversations happened between Parikshit and Sukadeva Goswami. Savanakadi sages, they are asking Sutta Goswami to explain more. So within that sequence, so Savanaka sage is saying that many people live for longer time, but all of their time is being reduced by sunrise and sunsetting, except the devotees of the Lord who are discussing topics of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So likewise, Savanaka sages, Savanaka, he is rejecting all the human society who are not discussing the topics of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ayurhariti vai pumsam ujjannastam cha yannasau tasyadhi yachunonita uttama shloka vartaya. So after that, Savanaka said he is further saying about to give an example. There are so many trees, they are living for very longer period of time. And there are blacksmith bellows, and they are also breathing with so much of loudly. So trees are living for longer. These blacksmith bellows are breathing. And there are so many in our locality, we see so many animals are also eating. So many animals are also releasing the semen. And they're also living just like that. But what is the use of it? Likewise, Savanaka Sagi is giving an examples how human society is wasting all of their duration of life. So that is, we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, chapter number 3 and verse number 18. These are the important verses to devotees to remember. तरवः किं न जीवन्ति वस्त्राः किं न सुसञ्चितं न खादन्ति न मेहन्ति किं ग्रामे पशवो परे. तरवः किं न जीवन्ति. So Taravah is the trees. Kim na jivanti, are they not living? Taravah kim na jivanti. Bastraha kim na susanchita. Bastraha, the bellows of blacksmith. Kim na susanchita. Swasanti is the breathing. Are they not breathing? Bastraha kim na susanchita. Nakadhanti, are they not eating? Na mehanti, are they not discharging the semen? Kim grame pasuvo pare. So in our locality, Kim grame pasuvo pare, there are so many animals, cats, dogs, cows, so many things are living like that, beast living beings. So these are Kim grame pasuvo pare. Likewise, Savanaka said is comparing the entire human society with the animals and cats and dogs and trees and blacksmith bellows, who are not discussing topics of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Taravah kim na jivanti, bastraha kim na susunchita, na kadanti na mehanti kim grame pasavo pare. So translation for this verse: do the trees not live? Do the bellows of the blacksmith not breathe? All around us, do the beasts not eat and discharge semen? And purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Gaurangi Mataji to read that purport, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Okay, Prabhuji. The materialist men of the modern age will argue that life or part of it is never meant for discussion of those philosophical or theological uh, ar- arguments. Life is meant for the maximum duration of extends for eating, drinking, sexual intercourse, making merry and enjoying life. The modern man wants to live uh, forever by the advancement of material science, and there are many foolish those rise for prolonging life to the maximum duration, but the Srimad Bhagavatam affirms that life is not meant for so-called economic development or advancement of materialistic science for the um, hedonistic philosophy of eating, meeting, drinking, and merry making. Life is slowly meant for tapasya, for purifying acceptance so that one may enter into eternal life just after the end of the human form of life. The materialists want to prolong life as much as possible because they have no information of the next life. They want to get the maximum comforts in this present life because they think consciously that there is no life after death. This ignorance about the eternity of the living being and the change of covering in the material world has played havoc in the structure of modern human society. Consequently, there are many problems multiplied by virus plants of modernized men. The plan for slow the plans for solving the problems of society have only uh, aggravated the trouble troubles. Even if it is possible to prolong life more than 100 years, advancement of human civilization does not necessarily follow. The Bhagavatam says that certain trees live for hundreds and thousands of years. At Vrindavana, there is a tamarind tree. The place is known as uh, Imlitala. Imlitala, which is said to have existed since the time of Lord Krishna. In the Kolkata, botanical garden, there is a banyan tree said to be older than 500 years, and there are many such trees all over the world. So, Ismail Sankaracharya lived only 32 years and Lord Chaitanya lived 48 years. Does it mean that the prolonged lives of the above mentioned trees are more important than Sankara or Chaitanya? Prolonged life without spiritual value is not very important. One may doubt that trees have life because they do not breathe, breathe, breathe. But they did not breathe. But modern scientists like Bose have uh, already proved that there is a life in plants. So, breathing is no sign of actual life. The Bhagavatam says that is below of the blacksmith uh, breaks very soundly, but that does not mean that the bellows has life. The materialist will argue that life in the tree and life in the man cannot be compared because the tree cannot enjoy life by eating palatable dishes or by enjoying sexual intercourse. In reply to this, Bhagavatam asks whether other animals like the dogs and hogs living in the same place with human being do not eat and enjoy sexual life. The specific alternate alternates of Srimad Bhagavatam in regard to other animals means that persons who are simply engaged in planning a better type of animal life consisting of eating, breathing, and meeting are also animal in the shape of human being. A society of such police animal cannot benefit suffering humanity for an animal can easily harm another animal but rarely good. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna. Srila Prabhupada
Sorry
ki
for
jai.
read mistake. Sorry, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Mataji. You have read very nicely, Mataji. Very beautiful. Thank you so much. So here Prabhupada is giving about the different phases of the life, about the people who are living, eating, drinking, and mating, and making merry and enjoying the life. So, and to extend their prolonging life, so that too they enjoy for maximum extent. So that is condemned here by Savanaka sage. So this materialistic science, so it has been increasing the problems more and more, but they have not showed any symptoms that people are happy better than the previous days. And also the healthy way of life, living for longer period, they did not show any symptoms of it. Whereas they're putting so many obstacles in the people's lives. So many bills, so many this one, that one. So making the people to work more and more. It is the more of the increased suffering. But that is not meant for human life. So Prabhupada is saying life is solely meant for tapasya. नायं देहभाजं दुलोके कष्टान् कामान् अर्हते विभुजां ये तपोदिव्यं पुत्रकायेन सत्त्वं सुज्येद्यस्मात् ब्रह्मसौख्यं त्वनन्तम्. This is tapodivyam putrakayena sattvam sujjhedyasmad brahmasaukyam tvanantam. That tapasya is needed for the human life. That is the only means. So for purifying existence, so that one may enter into the eternal life just after the end of human form of life. And here Prabhupada is again comparing about the trees which are living for a very longer period. In this one, so this in the Bhagavatam says that Jivaha Sreshta hi Ajivaha Tatah Prana Brutah Shubhe Tatah Sachitta Pravaraha Pranasya Indriya Vrittaha Tatah Indriyasya Vrittaha. So this is giving the consciousness. Initially, there are beings like which has life and which doesn't have life symptoms, and then which has got a kind of a consciousness and which can perceive, which can move, and which can have senses. Likewise, it is a gradual elevation. So finally, there are many-legged animals. Better than them are the four-legged ones. Better than them are the two-legged ones. And then after that, this Varnashrama Dharma comes. So anything which doesn't fall into the Varnashrama Dharma, they're all animalistic and in the lower consciousness. And Prabhupada is giving an example here about the trees which are existing since the time of Lord Krishna, so at least 5,000 years ago, and giving another example of tree living for so many 500 years. So, and giving comparison with the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Shankaracharya who lived 48 years and 32 years. So, compared to the trees, so, and Prabhupada giving example. Does that mean these trees have got more importance? Like that. So the men, and also previously Sukadeva Goswami also mentions that even Katwanga Rishi, so he has achieved the perfection of human life in 48 minutes in one muhurta time. Varam muhurtam viditam gate shreyasayataha. So in the beginning of this second canto, so we have seen that one. So life is meant not for living for longer, so to achieve the perfection of human life. So and then further giving these examples, cats and dogs and hogs in the same village with human beings, they're also doing similar kind of activities, eating, sleeping, mating, and defending themselves. So that is animalistic way of life. So this is Prabhupada says that this is such a polished animals cannot benefit suffering humanity. For an animal can only harm another animal, but rarely do any good. This is what we see. Everything is so-called gentlemen of this world, or snakes with a jewel, poisonous snakes with a jewel on the head. One has to be very careful in dealing with this so-called intelligent men of this modern society. So that is from the Prabhupada's purport. Likewise, Savanaka Sage is saying, condemning all the humans who are not discussing topics of Krishna. सर्वः किं न जीवन्ति वस्त्राः किं न सुचिन्तित न खादन्ति न मेहन्ति किं ग्रामे पशवो परे. That is from Srimad Bhagavatam. So we shall claim on to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today it is letter to Mandakini. So let me appreciate the letters. Okay, Mandakini, February 8, 1970, Los Angeles. It is small letter. Can I request any unallocated devotees to read this small letter? Or any other devotees, volunteers, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, can I read?
Yes, Mataji, please.
My dear daughter Mandakini, please accept my blessing. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 20th January 1970, along with your beads. Thank you very much. I am very glad to accept you as my disciple because you want to learn how to serve Krishna, and I am returning your beads duly chanted upon by me. Please chant 16 round of beads daily, following the rules and 4 restriction. And avoiding the 10 offenses in the chanting the holy name of Krishna. Please learn our Krishna conscious way of life from the good guidance of the older devotee there. I am so glad to learn that you are nicely appreciating the bliss of Krishna consciousness and are endeavoring to become pure in this association. If you continue in this attitude, you will progress more and more in your service. Mm. So chant Hare Krishna mantra and be happy. This is my desire. Hope this will meet you in a good health. Your ever will sir. ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय. NB Mandakini is the same of the river flowing through the heavenly planets. On these planets, this river is known as the Ganges. This water was kindly laid down into this universe by the lotus foot of Krishna in this incarnation as a Vamana.
Prabhupada ki
Hare
jai.
Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji, from this letter?
Prabhuji, but I'm confused with this letter because um, is Prabhupada is giving a initiation or what, Prabhuji? I did not understand it clearly. Sorry.
Okay, so here this is initiation of Mandakini disciple. So, and Krishna, Prabhupada is saying, just follow the regulative principles, the rules, the 4 restrictions means regulative principles. No meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, and no meat eating like that. 4 restrictions and chant 16 rounds without any offenses. So this point is clear, and take guidance from the senior devotees. So this point is clear, and also Prabhupada here, he during that time, Prabhupada used to take the beads from the devotee and chant 1 round, and then give that beads back to devotee, so that devotee continue chanting on it. Sometimes some acharyas or maharajas, gurus, they will only give the new beads to the devotees. That is one point. And then that is this paragraph. And then here in the devotee was nicely appreciating the Krishna consciousness movement and its benefits of it, and giving the enlightenment to the human society. So, and Prabhupada is appreciating that if you continue in the similar way, you will progress more and more in your service. So, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. And that is Prabhupada is appreciating, and Prabhupada's desire also is that. And Prabhupada is asking well-being of Mandakini as well.
Prabhuji, sorry.
Yes.
And in the second point, Prabhupada said that to follow the 4 regulations. That means now in before this letter is she's not following the rules for regulations.
Okay. Before this letter, she was also following, but here initiation means rigidly following, strictly following without any deviation. Until that point, she might be following exactly, but here this instruction coming from spiritual master.
Okay. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Mataji. Any other points, dear devotees?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. In those days, Prabhupada couldn't be, he was only on his own, so he couldn't be in every place, so he was doing it by post. So he received the bead. I mean, most of the people that he met, he did initiate them, but there were quite a lot that he did by post, and it's still happening now. that they receive it and then they bless the beads and send it back. And then he writes a letter to say, this is what you got to do after you receive it. I've chanted on it and I've blessed it. So you carry on from now and make sure you do it. And same as the regulative principles. That is one of those are the main things, Mataji, that we have to follow and make sure we don't deviate, as Prabhu said. So that is something you swear by and you have to carry it out. So I think maybe that's why you were confused. They send them in the post and then the guru blesses it and they return it and they give you the instructions. Is that okay? I mean, is that right, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji, yes. So nowadays we have got some mentors. So now devotees are getting prepared for the initiation beforehand itself.
Yes.
And initiation is going to be just a formal, like from that point, rigidly follow the rules and regulations. Thank you so much, Mataji, for explaining that. Okay, so that is from Prabhupada's letter. And Mandakini, so it is the name of the river. It is coming from the spiritual world. In the spiritual world, this river is called Virija River in the spiritual world. In the heavenly planets called Mandakini. In the earth, it is called Ganges. And it going further down to the bottom planetary systems. There it flows as Bhogavati until Patal Loka it will go. Flows down from all the planetary systems. Okay, so that is by Vamana Deva when he was expanded himself, very gigantic form, and when he lifted his leg and touched the universal coverings, at that time there was a hole. By that, the spiritual river has flowed down from the spiritual planet to the material world into this universe. Okay, that is Prabhupada's instruction, information to us. That's all from Prabhupada's letter. And from the announcements point of view, so tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. we have got preaching practice session with Hemlata Mataji at 8 p.m. That is our upcoming event. And on Wednesday, we need volunteers for the Kirtan. So I'm going to send just kind of a poll. So kind of splitting that session into 5 parts. Initial Kirtan and then Kirtan 1, Kirtan 2, Kirtan 3 and then Nasimha prayers. So each part can take 2 devotees for call and response. Likewise, there is a chance for 10 devotees to take part, and devotees who wanted to hear, they can join like that. So just a post, I will post that one later on today or tomorrow morning. That is from the announcements point of view. And dear devotees, if you have got any other updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly share. Hare Krishna. Yes, if there are no further updates, we shall conclude and continue with further japa. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
नमः।
अनन्तकोटि
कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय।
Srila
Srila
Prabhupada
Prabhupada की जय।
Krishna conscious everyone.
Hare Krishna.